right, so we're trying to find this length right here. I got my points all plotted for you. And the length of the mid segment, this blue segment, is the two bases added together and divided by 2. So this top is 8. It's going over 8. This bottom's going over by 12. So if I add them together, I get 20. Okay, so I'm taking 8 and 12, adding it together. Then I'm going to divide that by 2. So 20 divided by 2 is 10. Some people notice that, look, it goes up or it goes down by 2 and it goes up by 2. It's an average of the two numbers. So, if you can just look at how much it went up by, then you got to go down, by that same amount if you knew what the mid segment was. So anyways, this one is 10. Number 10 says angle X. So I'm gonna draw my kite and I'm gonna call this W. And this is X, and then this is Y, and then this is Z down here. Now I'm gonna put a right angle here and 36 right down here. And the reason I know I have my kite drawn correctly is the two angles that are not equal to each other are between the sides that are equal to each other. And the angles that are between the sides that are not equal to each other, those angles are equal to each other. It's the weirdest thing in a kite. So if we've used up 126 so far of the 180, let me back up for a second. If we used up the 126 out of 360, in a quadrilateral, you got 360 to use up, then let's see, what do we got left here? That is 234, I think. I think we got 234 to go. So I got to split 234 equally between these two angles. So I'm going to go 2 into 234, and it goes into there 117 times. So this should be 117. This one should be 117. Let me check my arithmetic. Did I do that correct? I don't remember that number being the answer. So we got a 4, a 3. Yeah, no, that should do it. So 117. I forgot that answer. Next one, number 11. So here are the diagonals of a parallelogram, right? So that means that they bisect each other. So I can set negative 4x minus 2 equal to negative 3x plus 4 and solve for x, right? So if I add 4x to both sides, I'd get 1x on this side. If I subtract 4 from both sides, I get negative 6 on this side. So my x is negative 6. Let's do that with the y's now. 2y plus 18 equals 3y minus 5. If I subtract 2y from both sides, I get y. If I add 5 to both sides, I get 23. So my y value is 23. All right. If you want some help on the arithmetic there or the algebra, I'll try to slow that down. I know I was going over that really quickly. On the next one, it gives us another parallelogram, and we're supposed to set the opposite angles equal to each other, right? So this was the diagonals bisect each other. This one is about angles equal to each other. So 5y minus 9 is equal to 3y plus 15. If I subtract 3y from both sides, if I add 9 to both sides, if I divide by 2, I get 12 for my y value. And then we do that again with the x's, right? So I'm going to go 7x minus 11 equals 5x plus 29. Subtract the 5x, add 11, divide by 2. Going this fast, there's a decent chance I made an arithmetic mistake. I got a small Snickers bar for you. I'll bring in some Snickers if you found an arithmetic mistake in any of that stuff right there. All right. Or any of the problems I do. Number 13. Here we go. We're going to do, this one is a little tricky because the other one we were setting expressions equal to each other. Here we're going to add these two and set it equal to 180. So x minus 5 plus 2x plus 11 equals 180. The reason why is because they're consecutive angles. They're not across from each other. Somebody said, hey, I'm stuck. I've got 2y equal to 2x plus 11. That's the right idea, but you can't continue because you have two variables and only one equation. Where here I've got just one variable. I end up with like 3x and I get plus 6 equals 180. This is, I can keep going here because I just have one variable. I subtract 6 from both sides and I get 174. I divide by 3. It's going to go into there 5. What did I just say? 15. Let's see. That's 24. That's 58, right? So x is 58. Now, oh shoot, why did I put 5x there? X is 58. The y value, if I take the 58 and I put it, let's say right there. So I'd have 58 minus 5, which is 53. This angle right here is 53. These two here equal 180. So I need 127 more for this angle. This angle right here is 127. 127. So I got to set 2y equal to 127. 2y equals 127. And I divide by 2 and I get 63.5. So this guy right here is 63.5. All right. Next one. Put a parallelogram down. It is a rhombus, so try to make all the sides look equal to each other. In a rhombus, the diagonals bisect the angles. So these angles here are getting bisected. These angles down here are getting bisected, right? All right, so what do they tell us? CDB, CDB. This one right here is 6y. I'm going to try and zoom in on this. So 6y. The diagonals are right angles to each other, right? So they're perpendicular to each other. They also tell me ACB. They tell me this one right here is 2y plus 10, but I think I'm going to put it right in here. 2y plus 10, because these two are equal to each other, all right? And having this one down here is better than having this one up here, because these two are interior angles, and then 90 degrees have to make 180 in the triangle, right? So we used up 90. We got 90 left for these two. So these two guys right here are going to add up to be 90. And I'm going to do that right now. 2y plus 10 plus 6y. I get 8y on the right side. Move the 10 to the other side by subtraction. Divide by 8. Y comes out to be 10. So y is 10. Hey, that's it. That's our test prep right there. We're going to have problems just like this on the test with the numbers changed. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you can find any errors that you made. Hopefully the McGraw-Hill will tell you which ones you missed. All right. Take care.